So good evening, students. Today we're going to study Dust of Snow. And who wrote it? Robert Frost. Very good. So this is a very simple poem. Can you read it once on your own? With me. The way a crow shook down on me. Pick it up, pick it up. Vikram, pick it up. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Isn't it? So is there any punctuation mark over there? No. It's only a single sentence. Right? So what is the rhyming scheme? Write it down, A, B, A, B. Before starting anything, crow, me, snow, tree. Right? Crow actually rhymes with snow and me with tree. Right? A, B, A, B. What about the second part? Heart, part, mood, rude. Right? A, B, A, B again. So this is very simple. Keywords that you should use in your answer. Those are, first of all, we will not miss these words in our answer. Particles, or you can use fragments of snow. And there is a hint of repenting. The last word, rude. There's a feeling of regret. You can write the feeling of regret. Those are the key words for your answer. You cannot miss. So let's start. The way a crow shook down. Crow. So first we get a crow. And we all know that a crow is treated as an ill omen, right? কাক দেখলে অপয়া বলে না সব, কিন্তু কাক আমাদের খুব উপকারী তো। কিভাবে? It helps us
decompose the meat, animal feed.
Right. So crow. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow. Dust of snow, it refers to the weather. So it was a day of winter. Okay. From a hemlock tree. Once again, there is another ill omen, that is hemlock. Right? Hemlock is actually a poisonous tree. একটা মুভি ছিল হেমলক সোসাইটি। Have you seen it? No. So let us start with first 4 lines. It's very clear. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So somehow the poet says the poet was there standing or sitting. There is a confusion over there whether few books are there where it is written the poet was sitting over there, and few books are there where he was standing over there. So the poet was present over under the tree at that time. All of a sudden, from nowhere, a crow comes and it sits on the top of the hemlock tree. Hemlock tree এর ওপরে এসে বসলো। বসার সাথে সাথে that particular মুভমেন্টটা হলে কি হবে? It was a day of winter. All the trees were covered with snow, right? So the movement as the crow all of a sudden came and perched on the top of the tree, ঠিক আছে, তাতে কি হলো? That particular movement shook down, নাড়া পড়লো যেই, on me the dust of snow. Shook down the dust of snow on me. লাইনটা যদি একটু অন্যভাবে দেখি, shook down the dust of snow on me. Then the meaning is clear. Okay. Leave it will work. So the very first four lines give us two elements. One is crow, another one is hemlock. Hemlock is also a poisonous tree. A negative aspect বলেছে। And আমরা টাইমটাও জেনেছি কোন টাইমে হচ্ছে, winter. The trees were covered with snow. So it is obvious that hemlock tree, it was also covered with snow. And as the crow came and perched on the top of the tree, of the hemlock tree,
Snow
shook off some dust of snow and it fell on the poet. Up to this clear? It is very easy poem. Continuation, huh? So the sudden movement of the tree, it has given my heart a change of mood. So these line number 5 and 6 has given my heart a change of mood. It tells us at the very beginning, the poet was sorrowful, sad, right? He was depressed. From line 5 and 6, we derive that has given my heart a change of mood. So at the very beginning, when he was there taking shelter under the tree, he was in a very depressive mood. He was depressed. He was sad somehow. আমাদেরও হয় না অনেক সময় আমাদের মুড সুইং করে না, অনেক সময় ভালো লাগছে না, রাইট? হয়তো অনেক সময়। তো the poet was also in a sad mood, but he was taking shelter under the tree that was covered with snow, as it was a day of winter. Like the other trees, it was also covered with snow, and all of a sudden the coming of the crow and the shaking, sudden shake in on the top of the tree, it fell down some dust particles or fragments of snow on the poet. Right? Last two lines. And saved some part of a day I had rued. What is the meaning of rued? What is the meaning of rude? Regret. So, saved some part of the day. Then the poet realized when there is a change in his mood. He is no more sad, he is no more depressed. কাঁধে একটু যখন fragments of snow পড়লো, it changed his mood, and now he realized at least some parts of the day, কিছু hours, some hours of the day, I had saved, I had rued. It saved from, it saved the poet to waste the whole day, from wasting the whole day. At least it saved some moments, some hours, as it changed his mind. Acha, this is a very easy poem. The poet was upset. He was there sitting or standing under the tree. These crow and hemlock, the negative aspects, ill omen বলা হয় এগুলোকে, and the soft cold touch of the fragments of snow changed a depressed sad man, and he realized at least some parts of the day had been saved, okay, from regretting. Now poetic devices are there, that is very important. We have already discussed about rhyming scheme, that is ABAB, right? Now there is he has given my heart, line 5. Can you identify the subject, the figure of speech over here? Line 5. Has given my heart. Very good, ma'am. Write it down over there. Has given my heart. This is alliteration. So there is another thing, shook down on me. Shook down on me. The prominence of a vowel sound, O, double O, right? Assonance. Assonance. And there is another figure of speech. I already taught you in the last year. When there is no punctuation mark, a sentence. Yes, ma'am, the whole poem is an enjambment. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, the whole poem, only one sentence. So the whole poem is enjambment. When the same sentence continues to the next line without using any punctuation mark. Okay? So the whole poem is a good example of enjambment. Now write down hemlock. This particular tree gives a very beautiful white flower. And that line, and saved some part, just write it down beside, prevents some time from being wasted. From being wasted. Prevents some time from being wasted. Otherwise, ওর পুরো দিনটা নষ্ট হতো. At least it saved some hours for him. And last word, rude, it means regret bitterly. Otherwise, যদি এটা না হতো, এই ইনসিডেন্ট ওর সঙ্গে না হতো, সারা দিনটার জন্য ওর রিগ্রেট থাকতো, রিগ্রেট করতো। Clear? Any doubt? Just go through it once.
ছিল কিন্তু আমি ভুলে গেছি মানে এক্সপ্লেনেশন মনে আছে যে has given my heart a change of mood হ্যাঁ মানে হার্ট বলছে বাট বোঝাচ্ছে পার্সনটা এটা কি ছিল
সিনেকডকি জানার দরকার নেই সিনেকডকি synecdoche when a whole thing is represented by a small part of that particular thing, that is synecdoche. SYNECDOCHE, that is not in your syllabus. CBSE তে আসবে না। enjambment বলেনি? Anyway, leave it. Acha, first question, which season of the year is referred to here? Very good. What is the rhyme scheme of the poem? It is clear that assonance is a poetic device used for shook down on me because the emphasis of vowel sound, right? That's why assonance কেন হচ্ছে vowel sound এর prominence of vowels of a vowel sound এটা লিখে রাখ assonance কেন লিখেছিস because there is a prominence of a vowel sound. Can you tell me how did the crow come and sit on the tree? Let's take some questions first and then we will discuss. Up to this clear? First question. How did the crow come and sit on the tree? This is first question. Question number 2. What kind of tree it was? The first part is easy. You have to explain the second part of question number 3. There is a part question. Okay? Which body part of the poet part question? Why did the poet rue his day earlier? What do you understand by the phrase saved some part of the day? Saved some part of the day is within single quotation. Why does the poet use hemlock tree and crow in the poem? This part is because they are generally regarded as inauspicious, but we must realize that some ordinary things also have the power to change our mind. Okay? So I am giving you 3 minutes to complete these 9 questions. 2 sentences will be enough. Okay? Take 3 minutes and complete the thing. Done? All done?
Last question.
Last question. Do it fast. You can take help from the book. Now in class 10 you have to be very subtle and precise. You have to use the keywords. Okay? So in the first question, how did the crow come and sit on the tree? I know all answers are correct, but just check whether you have written it. All of a sudden, this phrase you include if you have missed, and another one is from nowhere. Okay? Do the editor work. What kind of tree it was, by baby?
It was a hemlock tree which is a poisonous tree.
Acha. A poisonous tree with small white flowers. Okay, that part you have to include. Now, how was the mood of the poet at the beginning? He was upset, he was depressed, he was sad. How do you know? When the fragments of the snow fell on his
Heart. না তো shoulder mention করেনি, heart mention করা
কোন বডি পার্ট মেনশন করা আছে?
heart mention করা আছে।
Are you sure?
On top of
poem-এ তো
That is unknown. Head or shoulder? It may be head or shoulder. You have to mention there is no specific mention in the poem. It may be on his shoulder or on his head. Okay, but how do you know? From line 5 and line 6, we derive that it changed his mood. And he realized that some part of his day had been saved.
স্যার তাহলে লাস্ট 4 লাইন দাও না।
Whatever you have written, what you have written
We
over
get
there?
to know this from the last 4 lines of the poem, which tell us that he was sad until fragments of snow fell on him and changed his mood, or else he would have rued his whole day.
Very good. Very good answer. একদম যখনই বলেছে চেঞ্জ ইন হিজ মুড, ওইটাই থেকেই বোঝা যাচ্ছে ফার্স্টে তাহলে স্যাড ছিল, আপসেট ছিল। নেক্সট কোয়েশ্চেন, হুইচ বডি পার্ট অফ দ্য পোয়েট ডাজ দ্য ডাস্ট অফ স্নো ফল অন? ইট ইজ আননোন। হ্যাঁ, which body part of the poet, কোথায় গেল কোয়েশ্চেনটা? নাম্বার 4, রাইট? whether it fell on his head or shoulder is unknown, as there is no specific mention in the poem. That's it.
Which figure of speech?
Which figure of speech has been used here?
এখানে হার্টটা আর ওটাতে একটা ফিগার অফ স্পিচ ইউজ।
ও, এটা আলাদা কোয়েশ্চেন করা উচিত ছিল, ওই যে হার্টটা দিয়ে। ইয়েস, হ্যাঁ, হার্ট দিয়ে যেটা করা ছিল ওইটা করা ছিল। সরি, দিস ইজ মাই মিস্টেক। তাহলে এটা কি হবে? কোন ফিগার অফ স্পিচ? সিনেকডকি। Why did the poet's mood change?
The poet was sitting under the hemlock tree. Suddenly, we noticed there is some snowfall in his, some snowfall fall. So to see the snowfall, the poet's mood get changed.
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে শর্টে বললে কি বলবো আমরা? দ্য ফলিং অফ দ্য
ফ্র্যাগমেন্ট অফ
On top of him, even though a simple incident made the poet's mood change.
the falling of the fragments of snow or snowfall, the falling of snowfall on his body part cheered the mood of the poet. Understood? Done? এই পার্টটা লেখা হয়েছে, ইনক্লুড করতে হবে। How did the poet feel in the end? Happy, satisfied, as he has got.
This helped him to save some part of the day he would.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
he would had to regret to waste the whole day. এটা মেনশন করতে হবে। Otherwise, he had to regret for the whole day. At least it saved some moments. Next question. Why did the poet rue his day earlier? Because he felt deeply sad.
because of his depressive, sad state of mood.
He felt deeply, cholbe, deeply sad, or you can say he was upset, or you can write depressed due to some reason which is not mentioned in the poem. Isn't it? We don't know why he was upset. We don't have any chance যে কেন কোনার তোমার মুড অফ কেন জিজ্ঞেস করার সুযোগ তো আমরা পোয়েটকে পাবো না। So it is not mentioned in the poem. The reason. What do you understand by the phrase saved some part of the day? I have already given instruction to write something just beside the line. Saved some part of the.
Some time being wasted.
Yes. Once again, ma'am. Saved.
Prevented some time being wasted.
Prevented some time.
Being wasted.
একদম। Why does the poet use hemlock and crow in the poem? That is very important.
The hemlock is a poisonous tree and the crow signifies its ill omen.
Generally, they are regarded as inauspicious. Generally, they are regarded as inauspicious, but we must consider some that such samtalikona, that such ordinary things can bring joy and happiness to us. We have covered the whole thing. Any doubt? Dust of snow, any doubt? Complete it fast. I will send the material in PDF format in the group. Okay? So this is the basic thing to understand the poem.
Sir, এটা কি লিখতে পারি যে even negative aspects of life can also bring joy or positivity to a
Some ordinary things. Such ordinary things which are regarded as ill omen can also bring. Yes, you can write. This is literature, Baba. Here, always 2 plus 2 is always not 4. You can interpret in a different way. Okay? Don't try to memorize all the answers. Try to understand the text properly. Okay? Any doubt from Dust of Snow? So, can we stop over here? Yes? Everyone? Satisfied?